Hi everyone, how you doing? This is Kevin again. TrueScore. Did a good U.S. Open. We used the electronic headgear there. I'm sure a lot of people saw it. I hear a lot of good things, and then some people, I heard a couple, critics out there, and that's normal. That's normal. Originally when we launched our electronic chest gear, we heard the same. Does this? It doesn't do that. But at the end of the day, we'd like to think that, like with any of our systems, nothing's perfect, and we're always going to say that um, there's no substitute for human judging. I think when we first launched this, a lot of people had the wrong idea that we came into this market because of the judges weren't, there was bias or this and that, and there really isn't. It was just that we're at a point to where the kids. You probably heard me say this before, but the kids. Shoot, I'm 40 now, but when I was coming up, we throw a double kick, and that was it was pretty. That was a fast kick, right? I'm not fast kick, but it was the faster kick. So double kicks. We'd have a back kick, we'd back off, and then we'd fight again. Well, now they're just they're throwing quadruple kicks all at the same time, and the idea behind that was that at the time, now we have 3 judges because of the Hogu, but at the time you had 4 judges in each of the corners, and 3 out of the 4 had to push a button within, I believe it's a second or half a second, to confirm 1 point. And we're talking about athletes that are going out there throwing 6, 7 kicks. I mean, you see dynamic people like Servet Tezgul from Turkey, the Olympic gold medalist. He's throwing a 5 or 6, and like Aaron Cook, he's out there throwing 15, 20 kicks within a few seconds, getting all these points, and which is great. You see the points go up, but it's just hard for human judging to keep up, which is why we came up with the system. We had the chest gear system, went to the Olympics, performed just flawless. I mean, it was great. And now we have the headgear coming out. So I expect, a lot of people like it. Some don't. I love the idea. But the one thing is, personally, I never liked the little flick touching. And currently the rule is, if it flicks the headgear, if it brushes it. To let you know, I was at the side. I was in London, and I was right there at the games, and in slow motion it looked great, but in fast motion you'd see some of the kicks come up and just barely touch a headgear, and someone pull a video card, and I never liked that, and so for those, we'll from time to time, our headgear will miss a few of those, but not many, and I assume the rules will change over time. But nevertheless, the headgear performed well. We got a lot of, between the negative feedback and the positive, we had, I'd say, like 85–90% positive feedback from it. And a lot of the instructors or coaches, they're actually saying what I just said, that flick touching, this headgear gets rid of a lot of that. But because of the rules, I'm sure there'll be the rules as far as if it touches the headgear, it's a point. That might change. I don't know. We'll see. But either way, headgear's here now, ready to go. We introduced it at the U.S. Open. A lot of people saw it. We were selling headgear. Oh, it's in my. Oh no, hold on. Got it. All right. So this was the headgear that for the people that bought the electronic headgear. This is what you probably used to seeing. Just looks like any normal headgear, and underneath is where the transmitter fits in. Now we have this other headgear. I have it over there. I don't want to leave the screen, but you guys saw it at the U.S. Open. It has the dots, and the transmitter goes on top and everything like that. So there are some changes. Obviously, the way we designed it was better than before, and anyone that knows TrueScore, a lot of people, or Dado TrueScore, anyone that knows us as far as the technology company, we always strive to do better and better. So this version of headgear will not be the version of headgear you see in 5 years. Obviously, we're always going to make improvements to better the game, obviously. So with that being said, we did introduce this extension sock. A lot of people see it or have seen it at the US Open. But, so you know the regular foot gear. Let me show you. The regular foot gear is this. There we go. The regular foot gear is this. You guys all have seen it. The extension actually goes underneath it. There's no sensor underneath. None at all. It's right here at the, I guess the Achilles, right at the back side of the heel, I guess you'd call it. So it's right in there. And what that does is that not only did we redesign the headgear, but we also added an extension for the foot gear to so the headgear can pick up axe kicks and spin hook kicks a lot better. So it just improves the functionality of the headgear better. So that's why we came up with it. Now, I got to tell you, at the Youth Olympic Games, you saw this. This is a full, we don't have to yet see this. This is a full boot, right? So there's no extension. It's all one. And, you know, as a company, we have to be responsible when rolling this out, right? So this type of foot gear here, as you can see, it was even stamped with the Youth Olympic Games in Nanjing, excuse me. You know, this foot gear by itself, it would be right around $85 to purchase. But you know, we as a company, we looked at it and we were thinking, you know, yeah, people would have to go out and buy all new foot gear, and you know, as a company, that's good for us, but we always try and think of the athlete, right? So gosh, you know, a lot of people, you know, just a few months earlier, they buy our foot gear for $65, and what, now they have to buy another one for $85. Well, we just don't want to do that right now. That version will come out later on, but for right now, it works just the same, but it's more affordable. It's this extension. The extension goes underneath the foot. It's $15. That's it. So for $15, it'll work with your existing foot gear. It performs the same as the boot. There's no difference whatsoever. It's just a matter of what you prefer. Well, right now, this is the only option we're making available. So for those going to U.S. team trials in Las Vegas, you'll be able to purchase those at the Dado booth. I'll be there. So if you have any further questions, you can ask me. The boot will not be out for, I would say, for probably another 6 months or so, maybe even a year. But nevertheless, whether you have the boot or the extension, they work the same. So just a heads up. I also wanted to let you know we are coming out with a new line of gear. A lot of people don't know this. I don't know why. But we don't only sell electronics. You've heard me say this over and over. We sell WTF approved equipment. It's approved anywhere from your local state championship or local tournament all the way up to world championships and the Olympics. So I said in my last video message, the safe bet is to always go with WTF approved equipment. And with that, let me just tell you, we have a new World Championship Edition shin guard and forearm guard. This is one of them. This is, as you can see, it's silver. Matches our dots. Matches our dots. There we go. This is good. And I showed you the other ones. I think before they were white, but this particular shin guard, this is an extra small shin guard. I got to tell you, we really did a really good job. It's injection molding. It's very firm. It's like a soccer cleat, right? Almost. So anyway, what I wanted to do, that's someone calling me on my computer. You believe that? Technology. Anyway, so this shin guard is really it's strong, it's durable. You guys heard me say this. I kind of wish they had this when I was fighting. We used to fight with cloth guards, and that used to just bang up my shins. I even fought with I split my shin one time at a team trials, and I had to tape it, and because I was wearing a cloth guard. I think with this, it definitely helped. If it didn't prevent it, it would definitely help, or at least make the following fights that I went forward with a little easier on my shin. Anyway, but they're a great gear. As I said right there, WTF approved. And again, this is the World Championship Edition. This will be available first at Team Trials in Nevada, and then after you can buy them right here online, TrueScore.com. So just a heads up, that's coming. This is truly a really great shin guard. Matter of fact, I started practicing again after a while, and I got some for myself. So, all right. If you have any questions, again, we have a couple emails that came in. A lot of people asking about the headgear and what's coming next, and I can tell you the headgear is coming. It's available at Team Trials, Nevada State Championships. They're also using it. So what's happening at Nevada State Championships is they're doing the state championships in conjunction with the Team Trials. So not only will the players at Team Trials use it, but also the people competing Sunday at Nevada State Championships will also be using electronic headgear. And for those, you will have to buy extension socks, but again, they're $15. You don't have to buy the full boot. It's very, we try and make it as affordable as possible. We, to be honest, between you and me, don't tell anyone. We're not making a whole lot with the extension. Barely any. Enough to cover our costs, because to be honest with you, we had to fly those in. So it's more for the athlete to make the performance of the headgear function well, and to get the results that you want. So anyway, thank you very much. Thanks for your time. Again, you can always email me, Kevin@TrueScore.com. Our phones are always open. And as you heard, I had some calls already, so I have to get back to those. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.